Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to this video, my Inktober plus watercolors. And for today I will be also using this sketchbook by Hahnemuhle, watercolor sketchbook. And also I will be using some ink pens from Etcher. These are 01, 03 and 05 from their 16 ink pen set. Also I will be using a pencil. This is an HB pencil, but I do recommend lighter one. I use this because I want you to see my sketch, but definitely lighter one would be better option. And also some eraser. Just be careful that you're using a razor that doesn't smudge the paper. For the brushes, I will be using this Raphael Soft Aqua. I do love that one. It can hold a lot of water. And also a little bit smaller one for the details. And I will be using my watercolors, and since we are going to paint some candles, we will use a little bit lighter yellowish colors, beige and something like that. So that's the plan. I will start with my sketch. I did do here just a basic sketch to place my candles and just to know how I'm gonna do that. So first one is going to be this tall one. That's gonna be our rectangular candle. Let me just move this so it doesn't bother. I will just write in here first. This is going to be candles October 20th. I will start with that one, with the rectangular one. I will just switch the places for those two. That one is going to look like it's a little bit nearer to us. So we have the straight part for the bottom. I have a lot of lines here right now, but you know what I'm doing. So up there also that part for the candle like that, and then we have some inside, some wax, that little string, and our flame, and that one inside, right? Smaller flame like that. So that's gonna be our first candle. Then we will have the second one, just like that. I want to see how straight I did it. So, and this one is going to have some wax running, so like that, and then a little bit going upwards and outside. This one is going to go like that, and then slightly inside. This one is going to be a little bit, well, I can make it actually slightly longer like that, and a little bit lower than the next one like that. And we're gonna have some going up, and on this side also just a little bit of the wax like that. And then again inside we're gonna have that part where the wax is melting, and some, again, string, and again our flame like that. That's gonna be our candle. And we will do the shading. I will do the same shading as I did here. So it's going to be on this side, and here it's going to be on this side. So that's going to be our basic sketch for our candles. So now we will start with our ink pen, and I'm going to use first this 05 for the basic inking. And just gonna start here. I'm not gonna do the straight line, but I'm just gonna do the broken one like that. And then we have that bottom part. It's gonna be a little bit more flat, not so circular. And the upper part for the center of the candle, and we have some wax melting here, right? And then our string here, and those flames. And for the flames you can make broken lines like that, and then the center like that. That's going to be a flame. And then for the second one, again, broken lines, sketchy lines like that, and then we have some wax melting like that. Just slightly curvy line at the top also, and then again we have that part where the wax is, and now we have our flame like that. So that's gonna be our basic sketch. I'm just gonna add a little bit, so a very light line here. So let's erase our pencil sketch. And now we can actually get to the details for a little bit more of the shading, like that. And if you were using a lighter pencil, well, of course you don't have to erase if you don't see your marks. So also I will just again use a little bit more of that 0.5 and just add that something at the bottom that our candles are standing on, so that they don't look like they're floating in the air, like that. Now I will get a little bit smaller brush, a little bit smaller pencil, this time 0.3, and I'm gonna do a little bit of the shading. And since the shading is on this side, I do want this to show a shade from our candle. And then on this side again, because this side is in shadow, and also because it's casting shadow, also there is some shadow on top of these, on the side of these, right? Because light is coming here. So just do a little bit more of the details and cross hatching also here, like that. Just add a little bit more of the ink on this side, like that. There you go. Just a little bit of the shading on that side and a little bit more here, just near to the edge of our candle. like that, and just a little bit more here, just next to that circular candle, because that one is casting shadow on our bigger candle, like that. So that's gonna be our shading. And also we do want a little bit more of the, like that here. And let's do some shading on this one. And just also follow the shape of our candle with the shade, just to make it look like it's circular, right? 3D, like an object, not a flat, like that. And this one is also slightly casting shadow here. Like that. So I'm not gonna be bothered too much with the shadows, but just want to add a little bit just to show the shapes of our candles. And we will have a few lines here, like that, and few lines here also on our candles, like that. And just also over at this edge, just a few light shadows, like that. I'm gonna just do one more thing, just add a little bit more across here, like that. So like that, and then I will just get some color onto my brush. So we will start with this Raphael, and I will just add a little bit of the paint, like that, and a little bit of the water just on our candles, and also slightly outside, because when I add some paint it will bleed. This is something similar to raw sienna, so I'm just picking up that paint, said something just slightly similar to raw sienna. And I will add a little bit of the ultramarine to it. So I will just mix those two like that, and just add it here on our lightest side of our candle, like that. So a little bit, that blue just neutralizes slightly yellow. And now I'm gonna add a lot more of it here where the shadows are, where I did most of my shadows. Also slightly inside, like that. And then maybe some at the bottom, like that, and a little bit of brown. Just again on the side where my shadows, the darkest shadows are, like that. So just gonna move that slightly, and also I will use just a little bit of black, just a little bit, to add it here at the edges, at the darkest parts of our shadows here. So like that. just the darkest. There you go. And just a little bit of that yellow, just gonna move it slightly all around. Like that, our candles. Now we will just do the flame, and the flame is going to be slightly bluish, and I'm gonna mix it with that raw sienna, but it will be mostly bluish here at the bottom. Like that, and then get a little bit of yellow and just do some yellow and let that blue bleed slightly into the yellow. Like that. So the lower part, just around the center, will be a little bit more visible in yellow, and then just going upwards just a little bit less lighter. We're gonna keep it lighter like that, and then just gonna add a little bit more of the details to the upper part of our candle, and also to those parts that are bleeding, that are actually spilling over the edge, like that. And some top ends of the brown. Like that. So let's not overcomplicate it. All of that, it's gonna be not so, I guess, complicated, right? A little bit more of the black just here for the shadows and for the lower part, like that. So I will just get now a smaller brush and get a little bit more of the black, this time with a smaller brush, and just tap it in here at the center of our candle, like that, and here just a little bit with that smaller brush and a little bit more concentrated color, like that. And I'm gonna do a few splatters with the black. And one more thing, I do have here a little bit of turquoise, just a touch of the turquoise, and I will just add it on this candle, just a little bit, to make it slightly different than this one. And to this one I will pick up a little bit of violet, just a touch of violet, and same thing gonna do here on this one. I'm gonna add a little bit of the violet over on the right side, like that, and just here where the shadows are, like that. I do like that. I do like adding a little bit more of the color to our candles like that, and also a little bit more of the blue on this side like that. A little bit more interesting, so why not, right? Why not add it when we can? So I'm gonna get now a little bit more concentrated violet and do a few splatters with that one, and then a few splatters with turquoise. A little bit more water. I do want to make it look like here it is slightly bleeding outside, so I'm adding a little bit more of the water there, like that. And also, one more thing we have to do is a little bit of white gouache. Just add a few splatters of the white gouache like that. So just a little bit of that violet here on these. Like that. Let's dry that. So now that this is dry, I do want to add a little bit more details and touch-ups. So I'm just getting this 01 ink pen, and I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the shading here, just nearest to the flame. Also on this one. Like that. Like that. And also I do want to emphasize those edges a little bit more. Some got lost right now, like that. And now I'm gonna get a little bit again that small brush, get some again white gouache, because the one I've splattered just mixed in with my paint. So a couple of splatters with white gouache, and then I'm gonna pick up some black again and do a few splatters with black. Especially here up top where the flame is, like that. So we're definitely now done with our candles and with our October 20th. So 11 days left, and time really does fly. I hope you're enjoying this Inktober of mine, maybe trying this out with me. And if you are, please do comment. Tell me what you do like, what you don't like. I'm just going to add, while I'm talking, I'm going to add a little bit black here. What you do like, what you don't like. And if you are enjoying this series, and if you do enjoy it, you can also hit the like button. And if you appreciate it, want to say thank you, you can click that thanks button next to the subscribe. Maybe listen to get a little bit more info about that, see what that means, what that thank you means. And again, I do appreciate a lot you joining me, watching this, and maybe painting with me, inking with me. And guys, if you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of tutorials, over 300 tutorials on my channel for beginners, and also some are intermediate, with some free sketches, links for free sketches. So everything, a lot of everything for everybody. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.